His church isn't finished yet, but it's getting there. The official opening was at the beginning of August. Now Hussein Smajic says it's time to take a break. Winter is coming, plus he's hoping for more donations so he can keep building in spring. This church is his life's work.
It makes me very happy. People will see that this is a church of peace, love, and respect for everyone. It brings people together instead of dividing them.
Hussein, a Muslim, is building a Catholic church to reconcile his torn country. It's now been 30 years since war broke out in Bosnia, unleashing a bloodbath between Serbs, Croats and Bosnians. Hundreds of thousands of people died. The war left deep wounds. Today there are still bullet holes in many houses. People's souls, too, are still scarred by the war. Hussein says that he and his family remained here in his hometown of Bugojno throughout the war. But that's all he says.
I don't talk about the war. I don't want to talk about it. For me, it's in the past. And honestly, I don't like to remember it.
But others do like to talk about it, especially now ahead of the elections. A whole class of politicians benefits from the fact that Bosnia is still divided, for it secures their power. The leader of the Bosnian Serbs has been holding military parades, while Bosnian and Croatian politicians are quarrelling over voting rights.
I'm really surprised that there is such tension between Bosnians and Croats. There's always been compromise, and they've always worked together. But this time, I don't know.
My dream in life is that the situation in Bosnia changes so that we're all better off and young people no longer leave the country.
The war is long over, but nothing has changed. Instead, the situation is escalating.
Hussein says the people of Bosnia are tired of the nationalistic rhetoric of the politicians.
Politicians, we see what they're up to, all of them. They want to divide us, to spread unrest among the people. I'm so sick of it.
After all, says Hussein, different religions have been living together in Bosnia for centuries. And these stones are evidence of this. He discovered them by chance when he wanted to start building on his property. Instead of making a foundation, he discovered one. The foundation of a church from the Middle Ages.
I wasn't disappointed when we discovered these walls. After all, they're the foundation of a medieval church. I knew it was treasure.
With the help of scientists, he continued digging at his own expense and finally came across something sensational. The tomb of the Bosnian queen Jelena.
She ruled the country from 1395 to 1398 as the queen of everyone, Bosnians and Herzegovinians, Serbs and Croats.
He erected a monument in her honour. Uniting all the peoples of Bosnia is what inspired him. That's why he's rebuilding a church here. He's received support from all over the country.
This church was built by all of us, stone by stone. I can't count all the donors. Serbs, Muslims, Croats, we're all just human beings.
Our Lady of the Angels is the name of the new church, and despite all the nationalistic rhetoric in the election, it represents a new symbol of peace, 30 years after the war in Bosnia.